Good morning, everyone, here at Lake Superior Interfaith Community Church, and those on Zoom. And for those on Zoom, if you just please mute yourself and stay muted. And because, I shall read this again, it will not be interactive as it was. The speaker will be on the host's Zoom connection with no way to hear anything on Zoom. And if you all talk on Zoom, the camera focus will automatically shift off the person in church to whoever is talking, and we won't even notice this unless there's someone watching the laptop and Zoom channel. So with that, I just want to say, again, welcome to everyone. And I want to thank Katri Sipila for being our speaker today. And so I would like to start with the statement of intent. We continue to be fortunate to have a variety of speakers for Sunday services. And by using guest speakers, we gain wisdom from all those who share. And this is a church community where we can worship the God of our own understanding, to experience joy and be uplifted, to gain strength and inspiration we can share with others throughout the week. And we invite you to join us in this celebration of life, to nourish your spirit and enjoy the community of kindred souls. And so now we go into announcements. If anybody here has anything to announce. So I have something we call the church picnic next week. We do not have a service next week. And so we would meet here by noon. I'll be here by 11:30, and who's here, then we can haul out some tables outside. You bring your own food, whatever you'd like to bring, and it's just different. So I look forward to it. Hope it's a lovely day, and we'll just play it by ear, you know. Also, I was going to mention if anybody has any suggestions or any input as to any safety precautions we need to be taking here or even at the picnic, just please come forward and just speak what you feel. We need to hear from you, just what others feel, because there's lots of different views going around. So, okay. Yes, Virginia. Yay. I'd like to have us also remember that just as we are meeting, New Orleans and that area is having a Category 4 hurricane land. And so I think that we should, if not anything else, take a minute and say our own prayer for the people and all of the animals and everything that is going to be impacted by this very large, very angry storm. And um, all the energy that we can send them for courage and stamina and all of that would be something that we could offer them as a prayer from our community to their community. Okay. So perhaps we could take a minute to just hold those people in prayer, whatever they're going to deal with Category 4 hurricanes and flooding and crazy stuff. We'll just be silent for a minute. Thank you. Thank you. So, what else? Is there anybody here who would like to have any prayer requests for anybody? Please speak up and we'll honor that. Yes, Michael?
For Jean.
Oh, for Jean. Okay. Jean Quacko? Oh, no, another Jean. Okay. Well, whoever this is. prayer request for Jean as requested by Michael. Yes, Jasmine. Okay. 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 Thank you, Jasmine. We ask for prayers for Jasmine's neighbors, for the energy and love to be sent to them wherever they are, and for this whole entire globe that we live in, this entire earth, what we're dealing with. And we pray for the beautiful energy to spread quickly throughout our planet, to bring love and joy everywhere. Okay. So next, yes, Jerry. Okay. Thank you, Jerry. And with that, we'll go to the principles and just recite the principles here it's on the card in front of you. Okay, we believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We believe in our universal connection in spirit and that there is communication between the spiritual and physical worlds. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the Golden Rule. Whatsoever ye would that others should do unto you, do we also unto them. And we affirm the moral responsibility of individuals and that we make our own happiness or unhappiness as we obey and disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any human soul here or hereafter. And we affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing are divine attributes contained in all sacred texts. So now I would like Katri to come forward, and I thank you. And so.
Good morning. Let me just get adjusted here. I have much of my work on my phone today, so bear with me. Today's talk is going to be about opening your hearts. Opening your hearts to yourselves and to your own self-love. Today's talk is about choosing to reside at love or above. Climbing up and out of fear. Consciously choosing to ask your angels and guides to raise your vibration now to love or above and to assist you in holding it there. And now I ask you to place your hand on your heart. We're just going to come into heart-brain coherence. So we're just going to practice heart-brain coherence as I showed you the last time I spoke. And so just putting your hand on your heart is a very powerful thing to do as it drops you out of your mind into your heart space. So as you put your hand on your heart, I ask that you close your eyes and slow your breathing and focus on the light growing in your heart, allowing it to form a brilliant star of light. Focus on that light dropping down into your navel and forming a brilliant star of light there. Then focus on the light rising up to your head and forming a brilliant star of light there. Now say with me, I call upon the divine grace and divine love and divine power and divine wisdom that I am. I call upon my own mastery. I call upon the unconditionally loving guidance that supports me in crossing Sorry, it's kind of getting longer. I call upon the unconditionally loving guidance that supports me in crossing the karmic threshold from fear to love. I am open to your help in making the spiritual transition according to the perfection of divine timing. I gratefully receive your help. And now focus on the 3 stars of light growing within your being. And when you are ready, we will say together, I am love. I am light. I am power divine. So be it. So today I'm going to share with you some of my poetry. I've already shared with you many tools to love yourself more. And today I'm going to share more tools to love yourself more through my poetry. This first poem I'm going to read is called Vibration of Green. And it was really inspired when I was out in my yard, grounding, just putting my feet on the earth and really just thinking about the color green and how even green has a frequency. And then I was thinking about how when we're in nature, it really calms us and raises our vibration. And so then I was thinking about the color green and how it correlates to our heart chakra. And so this poem is inspired from those ponderings. The plants hold me in their fiddlehead spiral hug, their green heart glow, connecting the green of me to the green of them, gently tucking us into our lives, into the peace that plants hold. The grass seeps esteem up through my feet to soak upward. My bones are nourished by the vibration of green, the knowing of peace, the fullness of green. The plant's love surrounds us, and we don't even know it. This next poem is called From Scratch. And This poem came to me when I was actually putting the tent away from my kids using it in the yard, and I was about to put the tent stakes that were full of mud back into the tent bag when I sensed my grandmother, not my great grandma, my grandmother with me saying, "Are you really going to put those tent stakes in the bag all dirty like that?" And I thought, "No, Grandma, I'm not. I'm going to clean them the way you would." And so I slowly, they were the real thick ones, so I was slowly scraping the dirt off and really just sensing her with me and feeling how she did things and how everything was slower and how she always did everything thoroughly and properly. So this is for my grandma. This is called From Scratch. I slow down now in honor of my ancestors who had no choice but to do things from scratch, the hard way, never instantly like the now, the slow way that held a hand all the way. Taught in the moment, twig by twig, rock by rock, stone by stone, beat by beat, pulse by pulse, hand over hand, now after now, steady and bold, moving forward in time with a little bit of corn, a little sharing of teamwork, a little allotment of play, a little dose of work, a little sprig of hope. This next one is called Sacred Detox. And I wrote this when I woke up the other morning, wondering if my house was on fire, but realizing it was just the outside world on fire. Sacred Detox. The fires are smudging the earth. The thunder is made to vibrate the darkness. Break up the particles that cling, cleanse along with the rain, clearing the old with billowing gray. This next one is called Savor More. And this poem was inspired by me thinking about the fact that as humans, we often are just looking for the end result and not always savoring the moment when we can. So I told a story the last time I spoke about being on my porch and kind of having a good purge, a good cry, and then looking up and seeing hawks circling, and then stepping out on my porch and then looking and realizing that there was 7 of them in a circle, flying in a circle as if to get my attention. And then 2 more came, and then there were 9 in a circle. And then 4 more left in a line, and then there were 5 in a circle. And it wasn't until I sat back down on my porch when I realized that 795 was my number for the day, my angel number that was a very profound and needed message at the time. And so in regards to savoring more, I was thinking about that and how even now, if something's going on in your day and you're having a rough day, you can go back and savor a memory like that anytime. And so they're always accessible. The memories that we make and the wonderful, miraculous things that happen to us are always able to be savored even after. And I highly recommend having a small pocket full of them to go to savor more. I stand in readiness for it, for the deep canal within my heart, leading to the sweetness of the journey, of the growing, of the burning, of the chopping, of the revealing of this life. It is the deliciousness of our experience that makes it worth the effort. And sometimes I have to savor more in the moment, the sensory perceptions, how they connect with the core of my heart. This next one is called Becoming Whole. Happy can be found between the grass and my feet. Happy can be found between the tears and the release. Dear cells of my body, assist me to find the happy in each of you, guided in learning to create the happy, pivoting to happy, knowing I am in charge, even if I have to practice what happy feels like because so unfamiliar. I can find happy in my eyes when I see my children smiling. I can find happy in the margin of my notebook because I find more paper to fill. I can find happy even if it is in the back bedroom in a locked chest with the mothball clothes Grandma kept. I can find happy in scraping dirt off tent stakes if I know my grandma is with me and proud. I can find happy in the connections I find now with like-minded people who are healing and expanding and becoming whole. This next one is called Step Out of Time, a Wrinkle in Responsibility. And this was really just kind of a pep talk to myself, as I go through my day and there's so much happening and so much to do, and just really realizing that I have the power to step out of time and to step out of responsibility for a minute and take care of me. Step out of time, out of responsibility, out of the busyness. Step into the shell of the reflection of you, the daydream life, the imagination cartwheel, tenderly stealing my attention. Stepping out of time for a hiatus, for a moment or two of basking in the oneness, the magnificence we know we are connected to, even if the dust is thick and our neck is crimped in silence. This next one is called Hear Yourself. Florence is beginning to allow more fully her attention to remain on the present moment. way less lucid living, way less time warp triggers continually replaying old traumas in different ways. Now Florence is able to know she deserves good and that it doesn't take away anyone else's pleasure if she has some. If Florence is present in her moment today, knowing there is so much more to witness from a clear view, with clearer air, the subtleness of beginnings and awareness can be found in her daydreams. The subtleness is where Florence fine-tunes. The subtleness is where she hears herself. That's in honor of my grandma Florence. I decided to use her name. So I put some intentions on the pews for the end. I'm gonna read 2 more, and then we're gonna read some intentions together. Thank you so much for listening. This next one is called Decided. It's the stories we tell ourselves that matter the most. Each day, a rambling dialogue with ourselves, with our souls, cataloging our symptoms, our moments of feelings that become so much more when we give them a label. When we ponder and fester and focus on all that we never wanted in the first place, chains us to our stories, makes solid in our perception what was only lucid until we decided. This next one is called Poem for the Fearful. When we all know there is no separation, no death, because we are always connected, always available, the energy of every being, the essence remains of each, eternally etched in the ethereal realm, floating on the dimensions we once were, never having left our mist, unable to leave, we are crocheted into the weave of all others. Thank you. So I came upon these intentions. I wrote them quite a bit ago, as you can see, but I realized that they're still very relevant for each day, really. And so I thought I'd share them with all of you, and I thought we could do kind of a call and response reading, or if we could read them all together. Read them all together? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. All right, so let's begin. I intend to release my past with love and appreciation. I intend to bless and release those who no longer resonate with my vibration. I intend to release my fears and doubts and all leftover programming from my childhood. I intend to embrace the future and trust in myself, my guidance, and my spiritual gifts. I intend to greet each day with the awe it deserves. I intend to slow my brain, pay attention, and feel my way through life from now on. I intend to see clearly and know with clarity my vision and purpose. I intend to unconditionally love myself and accept my flaws and grow up and out of them. I intend to take hold of my vibration each morning and float it atop the clouds in the bright yellow light. I intend to laugh so hard my side hurts, being silly and joyfully glee. I intend to break free from media influence and more mentality. I intend to be thankful for each breath and lesson and day and for every cell in my body. I intend to turn off my vocabulary when I realize it isn't serving me. I intend to release all cellular memory of lack and not enough. I intend to take life less seriously and allow for more fun and carefree times, trusting in the divine, trusting in me.
I gotta add something. My wife's sister was here. She left for Milwaukee this morning, so that she has a safe trip back home.
Yes, please, blessings and angels with her. Thank you all so much for letting me share these with you today. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. Michael, would you like to come forward, please, for a beautiful song to us all? Thank you. I better put this on.
Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows shall all pass away, ere I'll forget all the joy that is mine. Today, well, I'll be a dandy, and I'll be a rover. You'll know who I am by the song that I sing. I'll feast at your table, I'll sleep in your clover. Who cares what tomorrow shall bring? Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows shall all pass away, ere I'll forget all the joy that is mine. Today, I can't be contented with yesterday's glories. I can't live on promises, winter through spring. Today is my moment, and now is my story. I laugh and I'll cry and I'll sing. Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows shall all pass away, ere I'll forget all the joy that is mine. Today,
Now, if somebody would come up to get the little, for the offering, to pass the little boxes around. Or not boxes, but thank you, Sue. And And I'll just, thank you, Sue. Oh, thank you, everybody. I just want to say blessings to these gifts to our beautiful church as we move forward in love and light and just prosper. Thank you so much, everybody. So next, we have the church affirmation on the card. Okay. We totally accept the belief that God is in charge of the affairs and direction of Lake Superior Interfaith Community Church. We know that as our thoughts of trust and joyful anticipation join in harmony with the thoughts of all the members of this fellowship, we attract the right ministerial leadership to our spiritual community, and we are grateful. Nice. Okay, now for a benediction. Would you like to say something to close? I don't have a benediction here. God bless everyone. God bless our church. Thank you, everybody, for being here and on Zoom. And don't forget, we have a picnic next week by noon. Please come. Bring food for yourselves. I have no clue how it's going to go, but I'm sure it'll be just fine. So thank you, everybody. Talk to you later. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Yes, Carolyn. And our own beverages, whatever. No, we're not using the kitchen. And you on Zoom, you guys. Come on. Join us. Thank you. Okay. That's it. And I'm going to play a song till we meet again.